Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, it's been a while. I know, I'm back, feeling better. My beard's growing out nice and thick, look at that. No pimples on the face, no pimples on the face. Yeah, I wanted to make this video because A, it's been a while. B, I've been dealing with some crazy shit. But essentially, the video is to let you know what's been going on, and that I wanted to apologize for being absent for the last 3 months, I guess. And anyway, about a month ago, well, let's go back to when my last video was. I posted that one, and then a bunch of stuff was going on with family members and stuff like that. My mother has been in the, what do you call it? Long care facility. She can no longer care for herself. She can't even walk anymore. Her health is failing, and I'm just kind of worried that my mom's going to be going anytime now. She's only 52 years old, and, yeah, that's besides the point. There's been other issues, stuff going on with my children. I'm not really going to go into that because it's really not something to disclose on a YouTube video. I don't want to be seen as a bad person because of certain things that could be said. You know, I'm not a bad person. I've done stupid things. I've made bad choices. Doesn't everybody? A lot of people do. You know, I would say 85-90% of everybody on this planet makes bad decisions. And it's just the way the world works. And so about a month and a half after the last video that I posted, I believe that's when it was, I got really sick. And the sickness just, it felt like it kept getting worse. Some days it felt like it was getting better. Other days it felt like it would get worse, so on and so forth. You know, the yo-yo effect. I was jumping up in weight. I was going down in weight. I just felt really sick. Well, when I have asthma. I don't know if I've ever explained that in any of the videos before I erased most of the videos because I was starting over my channel in the first place. But it just progressively got worse and harder to breathe. Since I'm asthmatic, when I get a cold or the flu, it really kicks my ass. It puts me under for a good long time. The longest I've ever been sick was about 2.5, 3 months, and that was way back when I was younger. I was 16, 17 years old. I think it was even as far as 14 months. I'm going to take a hit of my new vape. Got a video coming up on this. Sorry about that blast. I will say one thing about this mod. It's beast. It's a 75 watt mod. It's the Aspire mod. I don't know how well you can see that it says Aspire. Yeah, right along there. Yeah, 75 watt mod. The battery opens up like that. Anyway, I'll go into more detail on that in another video. I'll probably do another video tomorrow. As it is right now, it's like midnight my time. So it's already the 10th. So by the time you guys see this, it'll be the 10th. It'll be later in the day. Yeah, I think it's about midnight, 11:30, something like that. So it's here nor there. But anyway, back to the story. So yeah, I got sick. And I have respiratory issues. It put me under. And, you know, one day it just got really bad. And this was 3 months into me being sick. And I started breathing really horribly, and my chest was getting really tight. My throat felt like it was closing up, so I went and ran, but, quickly went over to my nebulizer, which is a machine. All of you out there that are asthmatic know what a nebulizer is, but to those who don't know what a nebulizer is a machine that has an air compressor inside of it that sucks in air and pushes it out of a medical tubing hose. Those plastic hoses. I'm so sorry. I gotta blow my nose, guys. I'm gonna pause the video. And we're back. But yeah, it felt like my throat was closing up, so I went and quickly got to my nebulizer, which I started explaining it already, and then the hose connects to this mouthpiece that has what do you call it? It's some sort of nozzle on the inside. It sucks in this liquid medicine up under the hood portion of it and sprays it up into this atomizer. That's what it is. It's an atomizer. So it makes this mist out of the asthma medication. It's this so many parts per million and this so many parts per million of a certain type of medication. For me, it's albuterol. Albuterol is a dilator, and it helps open your airways. Well, anyway, I went to use the medication, and boom, it instantly got worse. I was at the point of panic because I could not breathe at this point. It was like, it was terrifying. Everything started going dizzy. I felt really weak. My entire body started shaking, and at this point, my bronchial tubes, they're down in here. When you breathe, those are what open up into your lungs, and they were closing up. They were swelling shut, and that's what happens when you're having an asthma attack. It's basically like the worst allergic reaction you can ever have. It's like if anybody has anaphylactic shock and you have the EpiPens, that's basically what albuterol is for an asthmatic. It's supposed to help, but I guess it had been sitting in the machine long enough to go bad, and it just, like I said, it made it worse. Next thing I know is my vision from the sides, everything's just going into tunnel vision, and everything on the sides, I can't see anything. It was completely black. And then the last thing I remember is looking up and seeing the paramedics, because about 2 or 3 minutes before this point where I'm starting to black out, I had my wife call the ambulance, the paramedics. And the last thing I remember is looking down the hall and seeing the paramedic say, "Oh shit," or hearing him saying, "Oh shit." Next thing I know, I have an intubation hose down my throat with the little suction thing that goes on the side of it. I'm strapped to a gurney and I'm in the ICU. Come to find out, I had been in they medically induced me into a coma for 22 hours. Because my brain switched back on and I was in autopilot, basically. I wasn't there, but I was awake. Sort of, if that makes any sense. So what happened is I ended up trying to tear the hose out of my throat. So they had to sedate me, not seduce. No, that's way off subject there. They had to sedate me with whatever it was that they used, diazepam or whatever, like a high dose, knock me out, and they strapped me to the gurney. Well, when I finally came to, nobody was there but the nurses. My wife had been there probably 10 hours prior, and I was just out of it. Woke up feeling like crap. I had a just plane crash headache is all I can imagine is what that would be called. It was worse than a migraine. My head was pounding, and they said that, oh well, you had an asthma attack and it almost killed you, because the paramedic told my wife 5 or 10 more minutes of me being in that state of duress, I would have died. I almost died about a month and a half ago. This was the scariest moment of my life. for myself, you know what I mean? It scared the crap out of everybody that's living with me. Good thing my kids weren't there at that point in time, because that would have just traumatized them, and I don't ever want them to feel that much terror, because that would have terrified them. It terrified my wife. She said that I turned like purple gray. I was so purple, all the color was just coming out of me. My eyes were bulged out, my mouth was open, I wasn't breathing. It took 2 of the paramedics. I'm a big guy, I'm 295 pounds, 294 pounds. Took two of the paramedics with one of those straps that go around here to lift me and pull me through my hallway. And, yeah, I was there for 3.5 days. I was there in the ICU for 2.5 days, and then the other day was in observation, because they took me to another room. Was it upstairs or downstairs? I can't remember. It was another floor. And, yeah, it was pretty scary. So it got me wanting to take better control of my health. So that's what I'm doing. I'm up to 275 push-ups a day. It's been about a week since I did them, because I accidentally popped my shoulder, and it hurt pretty bad. But it's better, so I'm going to get to redoing my push-ups. I'm going to start out again at about 100 a day, just to go up, you know, get back into motions. I'm eating better. I'm eating a lot more fruits and veggies, but being diabetic with the fruit, I have to be careful, because of the natural sugars inside of the fruits can turn bad in my system and just raise my blood sugar through the roof. But I'm working with my doctor. I'm trying to figure out, you know, weight loss and stuff like that. I'm also doing it on my own. I have a friend that's helping me, and you know who you are. Love you, dude. Love you, man. But yeah, that's what it's been for the last 4 months. Just in and out of the hospital, because for 2 months straight, I went to the hospital 3 times. Yeah, twice for regular asthmatic symptoms, because I didn't have my meds, and then that last one, which nearly killed me. Which I can't even make it a joke, because normally something like that I would make it a joke just to pass it off, like, okay, well, yeah, that happened, ha ha ha. No, I can't make that a joke, because it's one of the most serious things that have ever happened to me. Just the other day, my wife had a seizure. So it's all these things combining and conversing onto each other that just makes it hard to come to the camera and sit here and talk to you guys like this. But it is what it is. You know, it's life. You gotta take things day by day. You have to take everything in stride. Just the last couple of days, I've been watching YouTube videos. And that's where this is going, obviously, for those who do watch me. Again, I want to apologize for not making an update video sooner, but like I said, hey, it's life, right? And, I don't know, what else there is to say, except for, if you have a loved one that is asthmatic, or diabetic, or they have seizures, or anything, take the time out of your day to tell them how much you care and love them. How much you care for them and how much you love them. Because the very next second, they could go. They could die. And it's a scary thought. But, take pride in the ones that actually show love to you. And the ones that actually want you around. And the ones you actually want around. Because it could be too late the next day. You might never see them again. And that is a PSA, I guess, from me to you guys. Now, I will be making videos every couple of days just to get back into the flow of things. And I hope you enjoyed this video, or at least you were informed and you learned something from what I said. Enjoy your lives, guys. Enjoy your days, your minutes, and your seconds. Every part of life, no matter how hard it is or how easy it is precious. Hang on to those memories, make new ones, be with your loved ones, and have a good day. Ciao for now.